Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joshua T-Man Phase 808 here, bringing you my anti-dick face meta deck profile update. I took second at my locals this past weekend with this one, so I thought I would give you guys a little bit of an update. A couple of key changes in here, due to, format changes and whatnot, so I'll just go over that with you guys. Let's start with the main deck. Alright, so no change here. Triple Fossil Dyna. Honestly, MVP of the deck. Deck probably wouldn't work that well without something like Fossil Dyna, in all honesty. And then, a little bit of a change. Instead of the maining the barrier statues, I like to main 3 Jowgen the Spiritualist. Now, reason why I'm doing this over a certain barrier statue right now is because our format is so diverse right now. There's not one particular element that no one uses. I used to use the Earth statues, but because of Zodiacs, that's not an option anymore. I'm not comfortable maining the water because of Paleozoics, and because of, Wind Witches, I'm not comfortable doing winds. So, my solution is Jowgen. And, yeah. Then, to finish up our monster lineup, we have 1 Banisher of the Radiance and 1 Thunder King. I used to put 2 Thunder King and have Banisher at Radiance at 3. I decided that I wanted to kind of lower my monster count, kind of focus on my traps and my, my draw power and whatnot. And it's been working out so far, because really I don't want these in my first hand. I want either one of my Jowgens or my Fossil Dyna. These are nice to have in certain matchups, in all honesty. You cut off someone's graveyard or stop them from being able to search, and it's basically game over. But they can still special summon it, and I'm not comfortable with that. So that's the monster lineup. Then moving on into spells, we have triple Card of Demise. Once again, deck would not work very well without its draw power. And along to help with that is Pot of Duality. Then we go for our defense. Triple Moon Mirror Shield. I've been seeing some people run variants where they use Mage Power instead. Mage Power is a good card, and you can make a pretty damn big monster, but just like the ocean, there's always a bigger monster out there, and I'd much rather my monster be able to go 100 over whatever you put on the board, rather than, let it just be big for what it is. That's just me. Maybe something will change later, and I'll change my mind. And now we're in our one-of. So one-of, we're going with Book of Moon. This card has been very good in this format, especially with Zoo and everything. One card goes into a whole different layout of stuff and whatnot, and we can stop that right away. So Book of Moon's been very good. One Dimensional Fisher, cut off people's graveyards, same old, same old. And 1 Raigeki, board clearers, as I like to call them, have honestly been great in this format, so I like to main Raigeki. And moving on into our traps, So, when I was in Oahu for regionals, I had someone call this Floodgate deck, and he's not wrong, in all honesty. This deck is full of traps. So, triple Quaking Mirror Force. I chose this over any of the other Mirror Forces because I just love the fact that it will set their monster, and they can't even touch it after that. I love that. Triple Phantom Knight Sword to protect my statues and or my Jowgen. Oh, technically it's not statues anymore, but you get where I'm going. Triple Dark Bribe to take care of pesky Raigekis, Twin Twister, anything that destroys my back row or destroys my monster. Double Solemn Strike. I used to run 3. I decided to side one of them to make room. Double Lose One Turn. This one here used to be in my side deck. I brought it up to the main because it's very good in this format. Double Phantom Knight Wings, same reason as the sword. And now for our one-ofs. We got 1 Macrocosmos, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Solemn Warning. And that's our trap lineup, folks. Moving on to the side deck, because this particular deck has pretty much no need for an extra deck. Not saying that I couldn't put some rank 4s or maybe some rank 3s in there just in case of skill drain, but honestly, if you get skill drain, the game's over. So you might as well scoop, and hopefully you have another game to go into. Alright, so side deck. Double Barrier Statue of the Abyss. So, this is the reason why this is honestly just an anti-meta deck, or anti-dick face meta. Thank you, Dalton, for the name, by the way. Because it's not barrier statues, because I'm not even maining the barrier statues. Reason why I went for the dark one is it seemed like the safest one. So if I am in a match and there's, I'm playing someone who definitely doesn't have any darks in their main deck and probably barely any in their side deck, or extra deck I should say, then I will probably side these in and take out 2 Jowgen. But, And then I also have 1 more Thunder King and 1 more Banisher of the Radiance, depending on the situation. Then moving into our traps. Double Chaos Trap Hole. I've been seeing less and less reasons to keep this in my sideboard, in all honesty, because darks are not really that prominent right now, and not too many people, except for some ABC and some Blue Eyes players, are playing light. But really, I keep these in here for the people that like to side in Denko Sekka, or Denko Rekka. Thank you, Basho, for that name. You ain't gonna be wrecking nothing if I flipped Chaos Trap Hole on you. Just saying. And finally, our last Solemn Strike. Now, moving into the spells. I run double Dark Sanctuary. I used to run this in the main board. I'm trying it out in the sideboard. I really, really, really like this card in anti-meta. I mean, I can't tell you how many games it's, just stalled me to the point where I could actually recover and burn them for, a lot of damage, in all honesty. For those of you who don't know this card, this was made popular by Yami Bakura. And basically what it does in the real game is anytime someone goes to attack you directly, or, even if they go to attack one of your monsters, you flip a coin. If it's heads, they take half the damage that you would have half the damage of that monster's attack. Alright, moving on. Double Cosmic Cyclone. I used to run just double MST. Triple MST, and I realized that there's some cards in this format where you do not want that to be in the graveyard, in all honesty, so that's why these are here. Followed by double MST, for obvious reasons. And the last 2 is double Dark Hole. Why? Because destruction is awesome. And that's pretty much it, folks. I've been playing this deck for a good amount of time now, and in all honesty, and a lot of you will say the same thing, and I agree with you, this deck takes absolutely no skill to play, and I will admit that. But I will say this to you guys. What does take skill is beating this deck, because this will shut you down in so many different ways, and unless you are a good player, and I did run into some of them at regionals, you will not know how to get past this. So my thing is, it may not take any skill for me to play this, but it will definitely show me what kind of skill you guys have to get past it. Anyway, if anyone has any thoughts or opinions on that, or something I might be missing in the deck, something you think I should add in, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, folks, don't forget to scoop in the end phase.